welcome to Inner Circle Guidance. Today we're going to be doing a collective reading. But for those of you who are new to my channel, hello and welcome. Thank you for stepping into the circle. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. I post new videos every single day. If you're looking for daily short tarot readings, I post on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube Shorts. If you're looking for personal services or personal readings, I offer them on my website, innercircleguidance.com. So I want to thank everybody for joining this video today. The channel is growing. It's so awesome to see that the community is growing. And I can't do that without you guys, so thank you so much. All right, let's find out what you need to know today. All right, we have the Star, we have Temperance, we have the Page of Cups, we have the Five of Wands, and we have the Knight of Wands. Interesting. We have the Five of Cups on the bottom of the deck here. All right, give me a moment to channel the reading here. Okay, so I'm picking up a message about balance. So as we can see, in these two cards, we have a flow of water. So in the Star, she's pouring water into a water of some sort, and then she's pouring water on the ground. In this one, the angel's pouring water and it's flowing between two cups, but there's also water at the angel's feet. So I'm getting a message about balance, about doing things in moderation. And it's interesting because when you do things in moderation and you do things with a balanced life and a balanced approach, that's when more synchronicities start popping up and you start having some unexpected synchronicities, unexpected luck coming in. Things that you weren't expecting, like a fish popping out of your cup, for example, as we see in this Page of Cups. And so you're being encouraged to continue with balance, even when you're faced with adversity, when you're faced with chaos, when you're faced with confusion, to approach things with some patience in the sense that take a moment to really reflect on the situation and how you want to handle it. Really reflect on, is this decision that I'm going to make in line with my higher self and with my highest good? Instead of just rushing towards a decision or rushing towards trying to fix the problem. Sometimes certain problems can't be fixed, and the only thing that you can do is walk away from them. So, and reflect on your lessons, but to look towards the future instead of the past here. So let's get a couple more cards. I just got that you may be asked to solve problems differently than you're used to solving them, and in a way that's going to put you out of your comfort zone. For example, you may be somebody who values communication and straightforwardness and honesty, but if you are having a conflict with somebody who is intent on misunderstanding you or intent on crossing your boundaries, then is that conversation and communication truly for your highest self and for your best movement forward here? Or is it just a detour and a waste of your time? Oof, we have the Ten of Swords. Okay, we got some heavy energy this morning. We have the World, the Empress, Eight of Pentacles, and we have the Five of Pentacles. All right, this is interesting. I just heard it's nothing personal. It's nothing personal. So what I'm getting from that is that when people betray you, when you're disappointed by them, when they don't meet your expectations, when they're not very nice to you, or they're just not honest with you. It's nothing personal. It's not because of you. These are the things that these people need to overcome. That is the cycle that they are in, of karma that they need to learn, of situations they need to learn from, of cycles that they need to break. And so you're being reminded here, if you've been disappointed or betrayed, or somebody hasn't been very nice to you lately, or something from the past in that regards is coming back up, because we do have the Five of Cups here. You're being reminded that their actions are because of their own internal issues that they're dealing with. It's not because of you. Your job is to be nurturing towards yourself, have empathy for others, but also know where to draw the line. And so there's still some issues with boundaries here, I'm hearing. Some of you need to think about your boundaries differently. You need to take a different perspective. So I used the example earlier of you may be somebody who values communication. And so when you're met with a conflict from someone, your first immediate reaction is to go to work, to try to communicate, to try to work through the problem. But when you are doing that with somebody who doesn't have an interest in actually solving the problem, they're just doing it to feed off negative energy and to steal your energy. And some people get addicted to that, okay? Some people like stealing other people's energy like that. Sometimes it's just a waste of your time. And the best use of your time is actually to walk away and ignore the problem. Because it's a problem that the solution is out of your control. You're being asked to release your control. The Empress is somebody who, what is that old saying? It's like ruling with an iron fist, but in a velvet glove. Somebody who's very strong in their own abilities, very confident in their own abilities, very loving and nurturing, but will also say and state the obvious when it needs to be said. But is also somebody who is not going to spend all their time trying to solve a problem with somebody or solve a situation that's completely out of their control. And so with the World card, I'm picking up on there's some sort of situation that you are dealing with right now that you are being asked to deal with differently than you've been dealing with it in the past. And it's going to put you out of your comfort zone. But you need to take a look and start asking yourself some different questions about the situation. Is this in line with my higher self? Is this in line with my journey of healing? Is this decision something I even want to do? Or is it I'm doing it because I think I'm expected to do it? You need to start asking yourself some different questions in regards to how you handle situations and how you solve problems, because you don't want to get stuck in past energies. You want to be able to move forward. I'm going to get 3 more cards here just to give you some final guidance on the situation. I just saw the Lovers, so for some of you, this may be specific to relationships that you're struggling with. And Temperance also has to do with drawing boundaries for your higher self and your higher healing that honor your healing in yourself, your highest self. But Temperance is also about not going too extreme in any direction. It's about having balance. So for those of you who struggle in relationships and struggle with balance in relationships, it's because you need to be very clear on who you are and what you stand for and what you are and aren't willing to compromise on, what you are and aren't willing to put up with, what you are and aren't willing to negotiate on. All of those boundaries in relationships, you're being asked to figure out all of those. Figure out a middle ground that's not too extreme in any direction so that you keep yourself in a flow state. See how this is in a flow state back and forth between the cups. The water goes back and forth. You want to keep yourself in that flow state, but you also want to be strong and not let people take advantage of you and take advantage of your energy. All right. We have the Queen of Pentacles. We have the Knight of Pentacles. And we have the Emperor. Interesting. Okay, this is an interesting energy. So remember what I had said about balance. We have almost 2 opposites here on the table because the Queen of Pentacles is somebody who's so nurturing and so giving that they'll even overgive. The Emperor is the complete opposite. The Emperor is often very cold, very non-emotional, very logical, strong masculine energy. Queen of Pentacles is an extremely feminine energy. So it's interesting that we have those 2 on the table. So those may be 2 areas of the extremes that you are out of balance with. Okay? And so you're being asked to learn from both. You're being asked to learn how to be giving, how to be loving, how to be nurturing, but how to know when you need to draw the line and take back your energy. And that's in any relationship, any situation that I'm getting here. And what I'm hearing is slow and steady wins the race on that. It's going to take some time. It's going to take some thought. It's going to take some action towards how you want to be in the future and where you want to go. That's going to help you balance out these 2 energies here. So what I would suggest if you're struggling with this, I would write how you want things to be in the future for you. How do you want to feel? If it's in a relationship and that's where you're struggling, like romantic relationships, you need to get clear on what you want in a partner, how you want to feel in the relationship, and how you think that relationship should be. And that's going to help you with your planning for the future. If it's in career, and you tend to overgive and overgive, but then you don't ever ask for a raise, or you end up taking on responsibilities that aren't yours, or, something like that, then I would start writing out, the specifics for how you want to plan for your future when it comes to career. So really, this applies to any area of your life. Balance between giving and not, like, overgiving and not giving enough, that in between where it's balanced and you're not leaning too far in either direction. So you're being asked to reflect on that right now, and you're being asked to plan for your future on how you want your give and take to be. And it should honestly be reciprocal. Honestly, that's the easiest and fastest way to find your balance. Is it reciprocal? And I'm going to go back to the analogy that I had used earlier. If you are somebody who communication is a value to you, and suddenly you have someone coming in who wants to communicate something, but you've had that conversation over and over and over again, and they continue to misunderstand you, or continue to just fight, or, the apology is not for your highest good, it's for some other reason. The question of whether or not you should continue to have that communication comes down to, is it reciprocal, or are you still overgiving if you choose to initiate the problem solving instead of walking away from it? Certain situations are not solvable, and it's not for a lack of trying, but problem solving often requires both parties coming together in balance and in unit. That she's drinking water. I was going to say in unison. And oftentimes, especially people who are in a different place in their journey, or a different place in their healing, or a different place in their cycle of karma, are not always going to meet you there. And so you have to decide whether or not this conflict is even worth any of your time and energy in the first place. So asking if the energy is reciprocal is a really great way to determine whether or not the decision of giving your energy or removing it is something that's going to be for your highest good. So if this reading resonated with you, I think your affirmation should be, I am recognizing reciprocal energies. Because if you're recognizing what is not reciprocal, then you know where to take your energy from. And if you're recognizing a situation that is reciprocal, then you are recognizing where you should put your energy. So this is your reading. If it resonated with you, don't forget to like it. Don't forget to comment down below. If you haven't subscribed to my channel already, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. I post new videos every single day. And as always, may your life be full of light, full of love, abundance, and gratitude. I'll see you next time.